As we continue to grind to shine, be sure to smash upon the like button. Let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Come on. We're going to talk about way too early 53-man roster. Of course. We're going to freestyle most of this. That's how we always do. But we're going to go over line by line on how this team can get better in time. Cowboys early 53-man roster projections plus more. Come on. Mama said there'll be days just like this. Let's go. Come on. They really say, ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Law Nation Grove? Yeah. Come on. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on. What's good with you and you and you? What's good with all of you all? Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. The name is Law Nation. As we continue to grind and shine, I really appreciate each and every last one of you all for helping me get to this number, helping me get out and beyond. Appreciate Roku. Shout out to Amazon as well as Facebook. We're live on multiple locations. I really appreciate you guys so much. Cowboy Nation, audio, is it good? Let me know if the audio's straight. Let me know if you guys can hear me pretty well. We're going to go over the 53-man roster, and we're going to get things going and try to get it out of the mud. So with that being said, yeah, you ain't mad at me, baby. Yeah, I see you, fam. Where is that? I ain't mad at you. You know, I feel you, fam. I thank everybody for tuning in. I ain't mad at you. Let's go.
I ain't mad at you.
I ain't mad
I ain't mad at you.
I ain't mad
Yo.
at you.
Yo. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Audio straight. Appreciate you guys so much. All right. So with that being said, before we get into more and more details of the 53-man situation, I just want to pop out this right quick. Miles, not Davis, but Brooks. You know what I'm saying? All right, so he's a guy that went from Stephen F. Austin and transferred over to Louisiana Tech right down the street off of 20, and he made his moves there. Had 3 INTs, 12 PBUs. He's a guy that, if you look at his tape, he's more of a press cover corner. I think that the Cowboys looked at traits, and the Cowboys like what they've seen out of this guy. He's a 4.5 guy. He can jump out of the building. He's a 40 vert guy too, so he's a physical corner. Now, is it a long shot for him to make the team? I would tell you, yes, it's a long shot for him to make the team. Why? Because we got a lot of DBs, and there's only so much that you can pretty much look at and say, all right, do you go with the known or do you go with the unknown? 9 times out of 10, the known commodity may have a leg up on it. Let me repeat, the known commodity may have a leg up on it. Not calling this guy a commodity for crying out loud, but it's just the thought track of how the Cowboys move. Now, but if you can look into this, we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League, especially with the Cowboys. Last year we had Peyton Hendershot to make the team, right? Undrafted guy. We had Kevontae Turpin to make the team, undrafted guy. I think Matt Farniok, he wasn't drafted. He could have been, I don't think he was, but he made the team. So the list, Alex Lindstrom, the list go on and on. I think Matt was drafted, though. He was a later round draft pick. But if you guys just look back at the history of the Cowboys tend to find gems late in the draft or the undrafted situation and scenario. One of the better quarterbacks for the Dallas Cowboys, Tony Romo, an undrafted guy, right? So we got to sit back and just allow these things to manifest itself. into greatness, right? So what I'm saying is collectively, let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater. Let's give these guys a chance in a situation to make the team before we can these guys, by the way. But neither here nor there. I just got to give you guys my thoughts on these guys as it relates to their film, their assessments on the field and things like that. What they can do, what they can't do, those small things. It's the little things you do, baby. It's the little things you do. Maybe want to get with you. Y'all remember that song? Shout out to Will Smith, man. Yes, indeed. But y'all get with what we're saying. Appreciate your love. Hey, thank you. And appreciate you, D-Shift, for jumping in as well. Can y'all do me a huge favor? Sharing is caring. Hitting that like button is everything. And I really appreciate you if you guys can do that. Oh, by the way, and I thank you guys so much for purchasing the merch. Thank you guys so much. Let me see if I can find the deal here. Y'all bear with me. Here we go. That's my sound effects right there. So we gonna get right to it, man. Appreciate y'all so much, man. And shout out to the haters, man. You got to have the haters here too. You know, shout out to them. They say, "Oh man, that merch is terrible, Law. It looks crap. You know, it's crappy. You know, it looked like a third grader did it." But I told them in the comments, "Shoot, you put it on me, I make it look good over here, baby. Don't it look good over here? The merch and everything. I know the pictures don't say everything, and I get it, right? You're gonna have your people with their negative connotations or what have you, and say, well, it looks bland, it don't looks good. But for the people that's out there, the real people that's out there. Do the clothes make the person or the person make the clothes? Let me know. Let me know before we get into this Cowboys content. Do the clothes make the person or the person make the clothes? You know, let me know, because at the end of the day, and I had one guy right here, 2 guy, 1 gun, design is horrible, you know, it looks cheap. But look at his, like, I don't want to click on his YouTube page, but he need to go back and start formulating his own mindset to help elevate his channel. The old saying that says, "I never met a hater doing better than me," is fitting right into this guy right here. Not going to click on his page, but you guys can go down there. And then this guy, All in Ace Podcast. He need to work on his thumbnail and logo, because he said that Law Nation, this is a horrible design and is out for a money grab. And he goes into more details of, hey, you shouldn't be trying to push and promote something that you won't wear. Bull sugar, I'm wearing this, baby, because it looks good to me, and it's much more to the meaning of the actual merch than the actual design of anything. The meaning. I got it on the back. I know you got to squint your eyes, but when you purchase it, you can see. And once it says on the back, if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it. It says it on the back, the words that can enrich your soul over here. So that's what it's about, baby. It's not about what it looked like. It's about what it feels like. And it's a good premium stitch over here as it relates to the merch. And on top of that, John Claude Van Damme, I look good in it, you know? Yes, indeed. You know, boy, I look good over there in the thing, boy. Yes, indeed. So, and on the other note, it's all about the support. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it is what it is. But for those who hating, you know, I got one thing I'm going to say one more time. I ain't mad at you.
I ain't mad at you.
Yo, ain't mad at you, baby.
Mad at you.
All right, man. All right, now we can get into the Cowboys conversation for the nation. Y'all okay? Are you guys all right? You know what I'm saying? All right, baby. So here's what I got right here, and it'll be impossible for you guys to see it because it's so tiny, right? It's just way too tiny. So after the video is pretty much done, I will present this particular mock right here of the 53-man roster. But I'm gonna tell you guys, you can screenshot it right quick. But The Athletic came up with theirs, and they came up with some homework attached to it. And I do like that aspect with it because at the end of the day, it is what it is at this point. So with that being said, the Athletic, shout out to my guy, John Machota. He was one of the guys that's behind this one. And it says pretty much the Cowboys will go with two quarterbacks. Two quarterbacks. And that would be Dak Prescott and Cooper Rush. Running backs. The running back room, they're going to roll with 4. I got the Cowboys rolling with 5 running backs. But it's good to see that from his assessment, they're going to roll with Tony Pollard, Ronald Jones, Malik Davis, and Deuce Vaughn. Now, this is way too early for us to say, well, this is going to be the exact lineup. Keep this in mind. There will be another quarterback selected or picked up in a few days, right? You need camp arms, you need camp bodies, and there may be 2 or 3 more running backs picked up for training camp. So keep that in mind. I would tell you guys that Ronald Jones, out of this list, he may be the surprise guy. You know, he may be the guy that a lot of people fell asleep on, or a lot of people say, well, hey, he's the guy that when he went to Kansas City Chiefs, he couldn't beat out Pacheco. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't beat out McKinnon. He couldn't beat out, what was the other running back there? I'm forgetting his name. He went to LSU, I believe. He couldn't beat out none of those guys, and he only was given a spoonful of reps over there, and he had 1 touchdown. Cowboy Sports by Charles in Charge. Appreciate you so much, man. Condolences out to you and your family. All love here. Appreciate you. He says Ronald Jones would not make the team. Well, he got all he can and can all he can do this offseason, and especially he can make his mark during training camp. The hardest thing, ladies and gentlemen, the hardest thing about the running back room in general, Clyde Edwards, appreciate you, man, TC. Appreciate you. You know, here's the thing right here. The actual aspect of this guy by the name of Ronald Jones being able to be from McKinnon, I think, now where is he from? He's somewhere part of Texas. This is back door for him. This is his home. He may be looking at this situation and saying, hey, I can move real swiftly here, juxtaposed to where I was at in Kansas City land, right? Or Tampa Bay. Keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'm going to say with that. All right, so the next part of it, and I appreciate everybody, Leonard Fournette kept him on the bench, too, this release through it. Oh, man, wait a minute. I don't see a lot of people high on Ronald Jones right now, man. Oh, my God. So who all believe RJ will not make the team, man? You know? Yes, indeed. Who all believe? My bad. Carlos, I'm not actually drinking any coffee here. It's Lion's Mane, you know what I'm saying? But who all is believing that Ronald Jones will not make this team? Let me know in the chat. Put it down right now that you believe in the hearts of hearts that RJ is not making this team. I need to know. I want to know. I got to know. Hey, y'all put it down right now. I really want to know how y'all feel about that. Let me move it all up. Looking for his highlight so we can put it up here. Y'all bear with me. One-man crew right here. Come on, highlighter. There we go. Y'all truly believe that he will not make this team. Rojo will make the team. This is from John Jones. Are you related to Ronald Jones? John, do you really qualify for it? I'm just playing with you. So John Jones said, hey, he will make the team. You know, Lovey says Zeke will come right on in and make the team, basically. I won't get mad at Zeke coming over, but neither here nor there. This is the list from The Athletic. All right, so let me slide over a little bit. ahead of this, and we're going to go to the next slide. They got 5 wide receivers and 3 tight ends. CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Michael Gallup, Jalen Tolbert, Kevontae Turpin. Now, they say this group could be as many as 6. The other top candidates, of course, Simi Fehoko, Dennis Houston, this year's 7th-round draft pick Jalen Brooks, and several rookie free agents they have added to the draft. The 5 listed above all seems pretty locked in as long as they are healthy. This is their reasons of it. Now, that's 5 tight ends. That's 5 wide receivers there. Do you guys foresee the Cowboys rolling with those 5s? Now, I would tell you guys that me personally, I want Simi Fehoko to shine. Me personally, I think that the Cowboys need to figure out what Simi can do. He had one hell of a camp last offseason or training camp. He had one hell of a camp then. He was a guy that was catching everything. He was a guy that we thought for sure was going to turn the corner, right? He's a 4'3", taller target wide receiver. We thought that some of his physicality that we saw out there in Oxnard, it was going to transition itself to the football field. And every doggone Sunday and every doggone Monday or Thursday, we didn't get a chance to see any of this. Now, one can argue and say, well, Law, it was because of the coaching staff, right? It was because of the type and kind of caliber of plays that the Cowboys were operating. It was because of that. And I always say this, and I know you guys know it by heart. Everyone have a reason, but results are what matter, right? But we all know Simi game is not hitch, come back. He didn't run that many routes while he was in Stanford, right? He went to Stanford, right? What college he went to? I forgot what college he went to. It's been that long. But he didn't run those kind of caliber of routes. He ran some verts, some deep overs, and some drags and some shallows. They lined him up inside the slot. So I really think that the Cowboys, if they put less routes on his tape, yeah, he went to Stanford. Appreciate you, David C. If they put those less routes on the tape, right, and just have him run maybe a post, maybe underneath, maybe you hit him with a tunnel, you hit him with a drag, then, my friend, you will see him shine. Now, granted, that's Cooper Rush throwing him the ball right there. So he needs to shine when it's his time, because I don't think he will have first-team reps. So we will find out down the line if he can be that guy that can make this team. Now, as far as the tight end, the Athletic, appreciate them. They selected 3 tight ends. Luke Schoonmaker, Jake Ferguson, Peyton Hendershot. And he says Sean McEwen could easily make this group for sure, basically. But in previous years, I'm paraphrasing, Sean McEwen been the guy that's been on the outside looking in. He's been the guy that everybody said, hey, when's Sean McEwen going to get there? And he have not been that dude. He have not. All right. Appreciate you, Sadiq. Says get those likes up. Yeah, by the way, y'all listen to Sadiq. Princeton Fant, this is for my guy. I haven't watched Princeton's tape yet, so y'all bear with me when I get around to his tape. From what y'all are saying, he's that dog. And I talked to my guy, Koye, and he was like, yeah, Law, he's that dog. So I can't wait to see his tape and dive into it outside of just the highlights. I got to dive into his tapes. But y'all bear with us. It's no rush, right? We got all this off season, man. We got a long way to go before the actual week 1 series. But I can tell you that Luke Schoonmaker, Jake Ferguson, just from the information we got now, those could be the guys, those 3 guys right here as it relates to that. And I don't see any issues or ill wills with 3 tight ends. I can also imagine 3 tight end sets, right? I don't have any issues at all of the Cowboys rocking with that particular number there. Now, Cowboy Nation, we all know. You have your favorites, you have your wants, you have your wishes, you have your dreams, but the O-line for your mind is a thing, is a real thing. We've been going over back and forward and arguing where should the Cowboys draft, who should they go out there and grab. Shout out to my guy Jay Tuck, Cowboys fan talk, Cowboys fans only, Cowboys Jay Tuck, basically. He went over the philosophy and the principles of the offensive things that the Cowboys may try to do with Brian Schottenheimer as well as Mike Solari. So I can tell you they're looking for athletic tackles, right? So this list may not be far-fetched. Tyron Smith, tackle, of course. Zach Martin, Tyler Smith, Terrence Steele, Tyler Biotish, Sam Richards, Matt Walesko, Chuma, Joshua Ball, and Farniak. And, of course, they are high on T.J. Bass. Appreciate him. Athletic guys. All of these guys, athletic. So it is a situation and a scenario that we can look back at this list and say, all right, so, yeah, I get all of the names and all. But who's our left guard? And by me glancing at this, I can literally say, well, Tyler Smith may be your left guard, even though the Cowboys said that Tyler Smith is projected to be your left tackle. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors around this time. Or we can dive into the bag of where Terrence Steele health rate is at, So that is the major unknown right there for right now. We need to see Terrence Steele out there on the field. But if not, they would continue to play musical chairs with this offensive line. But one thing we can say with the Cowboys, what's really in the bag right now, the fact that the Cowboys got this one thing right here. They got these guys that can move around on the offensive line. And they did it last year. And the Cowboys got dogged me, won 12 games last season. 4 out of the 5 guys moved around on that offensive line. And that's not an easy task at all. It's not. Joshua Ball. Remember, y'all got to call the man Joshua Ball. Don't be sitting there calling that man Josh Ball. So they go with 10 offensive linemen, and nothing wrong with that. I can foresee the Cowboys going with 10 O-line. All right, so with the linebackers room, they got 5 on it. And y'all already know how I feel about Overshawn. I think that he's going to make some strides. I think that he's going to flat out bring a lot to the table. Jabril Cox at this point, he's not on a bubble, but he's on that situation. Whereas if he can't move his weight, if he can't showcase his talent, if he can't bring forth his value in these type of things, then I can foresee Overshawn stepping right on in, not as a day one starter, but a guy that they can start moving in. And then all of a sudden, you're looking at this thing saying, okay, Leighton Vander Esch, Damone Clark, Overshawn, Jabril Cox, and Devin Harper, who pretty much you can probably say that Devin Harper had a red shirt year. He might as well be in the classification as a rookie. You might as well be. All right, so these 5 seems, and this is what they wrote right here, these 5 seems like a pretty good bet. Veteran Malik Jefferson and undrafted rookie free agent Isaiah Land. Shout out once again to Jay Tuck. Unbelievable video. I think close to 65,000 views on it. Doing a crazy good job about it. Going over Isaiah Land. Florida A&M could also possibly be one of those guys. And when I talked to some of my guys, they also said within the confines of Isaiah tape, that he's like your Drew Sanders. He's that guy that can squeeze off the edge and get upfield, kind of like a Drew Sanders, right? A guy that if you can look at, he can be that hybrid defensive edge / linebacker guy, but he's going to be playing more linebacker type of stuff. I'm not mad at it, you know. I would like to see him out there on the field. He could be one of those guys, ladies and gentlemen, we'll look back at and say, shoo. Y'all remember last year we was high on Story Jackson and he didn't pan all the way through? Shout out to Story Jackson, too, and all of the family over there. But it could be a situation and scenario that Isaiah land himself right here in Cowboys land for a long stay if he get things together. But in order for him to have this beautiful campaign, he's going to have to stand tall, ladies and gentlemen. That's just the reality of it. He's going to have to stand tall with it. Hey, King, I'm definitely not sleeping on Devin Harper. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So all of that can work his way out for the good, Cowboy Nation. And I'm telling you guys that the Cowboys tend to find one or two guys, and it could just much or very much so be Isaiah Land. It could be him. All right, so the cornerback room, they roll with 6 of them. They roll with 6 cornerbacks. And y'all know I don't like DBs. I love DBs. It's one of my strong suits right here. And by me saying like and love, why don't y'all hit that like button for your boy? Appreciate y'all so much. Let it roll with the likes and the hearts. And Trayvon Diggs, Stephon Gilmore, those are your 2 starting cornerbacks right there. Deron Bland, that could be your nickel guy right there, right? Jordan Lewis, Kelvin Joseph, Nashawn Wright. The craziest thing of it all, Cowboy Nation, the craziest thing, like Ripley's, believe it or not, your most athletic DB, believe it or not, is about a guy by the name of Kelvin Joseph. I know. He's the most athletic guy. But Kelvin Joseph, I can say Lewis, Joseph, Nashawn Wright, all 3 of those guys, bubble guys, they are on the bubble. They literally bubble guys. Jordan Lewis, if the team want remuneration money, coins, that bag, they can literally cut him and get about $4 or $5 million. Right? Kelvin Joseph, hey, he's a guy that his fate is pretty much in the aspect of the other guy, CJ. You know what I'm saying? CJ Goodwin. Why do we say that? Well, because CJ is the special teams ace, and the reason why you would sit back and say to yourself, Kelvin Joseph, valuable from last year, was because of special teams, where they read up CJ, right? And now KJ is sitting there like, hey, man, my back is against the wall. And Nashawn Wright is like, hey, we need to see you out there on the field, and you're not giving us a whole ton of special team stuff. So what we got here, man? So Nashawn Wright could be that guy, could be one of those casualties, you know. But I can tell y'all right now that even with Kelvin Joseph, one of the most athletic guys out there, he's got to be looking around saying, there's no excuses. There's zero. There's not. Look, you can't even lean on the fact that I was a 2nd-round draft pick. Deron Bland, a 5th-round draft pick, right? Or 5th-round draft pick. Pretty much had the most INTs last year on the team. One of the most valuable guys in the secondary last year, if you were to do those rankings. So you can't be sitting back crying about, hey, I was drafted early and I didn't get a chance and an opportunity. I always tell people this all the time. Write it down. It's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have the opportunity and not be prepared. Bland took the opportunity and said, I'm not going to give it back. No. So he was prepared. So when Jordan Lewis went down, he stood tall. No excuses left on the table. And you can put as much lipstick as you want on these situations. But at the end of the day, when you burn it, do it smell like bacon? Do it smell good? Can you eat it, right? So that's the other side of it, right? So get out the way, pig. Tell that pig to lean forward just a little. No, I got some. And we just going to shoot it. Get that pig up out of here. Disclaimer. Facebook allegedly, you know what I'm saying? No pigs were harmed during this episode. You know what I'm saying? Peter, I'm just joking. You know, I don't want Peter to come after me. I don't want them to cancel law over here because I shot down a pig. You know what I'm saying? Yes, indeed. And Peppa Pig, we love you. You know, see, I covered everything. All right. So, and it says in the final spot can come down to Eric Scott. And it could be a situation and scenario that Scott makes this team. But let's not forget about what I open up with, this kid right here, Miles Brooks. He can look at this opportunity and say, hey, I have a fighting chance at this just as much as everything. I have a fighting chance to make this team to be phenomenal just as much as anything, right? So if he come out there and go crazy during training camp, he can push somebody up off this team. But the craziest thing of it all, ladies and gentlemen, he got to do it more than just training camp. Law, do you have any truths to that? Yeah. If we could just moonwalk back just a little bit to when Simi Fehoko was just doing crazy things out there in training camp. But when preseason came, yeah, he had a good game against Denver, right? He is all right. You know, he had an all right game against Denver. But when the season came, disappeared, right? And we can all argue because of the routes, because of the playbook maybe. But the reality of it is that he got to stand tall, regardless of it. All right, so that was Miles Brooks that we was talking about. All right, so the next list is let me see what this next list is. It should be right around the corner. Safeties, right? Yeah. On those safeties, when you think of it, let me get some likes up there. Let me hit that like button for y'all, man. Y'all hit that like button up there. J-Rock, Dono, Malik Hooker, Izzy. Now, of course, we banging on the table for my guy Marquise Bell. Tyler Coyle, you know, he showed us a little here and there, but when he got into the real game, it was just like, come on, man. What that was about. Wanye Thomas, he could be a guy that can make it via special teams guy. Shout out to Wanye. Shout out to the Thomases too. You know, he could be that guy. And keep in mind, this is a way early list, not a late list. So this is an early list. So things are subject to change. We got a super chat. Appreciate everybody for your support too, by the way. And the super chat reads out from my guy, Double R. Says, Law, thanks for what you do for the Cowboys Nation. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Izzy can play. Yeah. So I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for what you do. We look back at this list, and we comb through this list, and we'll say, yeah, there's still a voided area. The Cowboys on special teams, hey, we don't have a kicker to be determined, right? We got a long snap. You know, Trent, he's going to make the team. Brian Anger, he's going to make the team. CJ, you know, he's special teams ace. And CJ, I'm going to tell you, when you think about all of this, Cowboy Nation, and you literally look at CJ and what he can do over here for the Cowboys, that's Kelvin Joseph's spot, right? We value CJ so much that we got a spot for him on the team, and a third of the people that's watching don't even know that he's a DB. But we value him because we know that you need special team aces like him. You need guys that know the terrain. You need guys that understand that, hey, this is where I'm supposed to be at. This is where the team need for me to be at too. King G says, Law, do you have any truth to this super chat? Laugh out loud. Love the content, bro. Keep it going. Baby, man, I got the truth for it.
Want the truth? You can't handle the truth.
Yes, indeed. A lot of people can't handle the truth, but I appreciate you, King J. Thank you.
Like, this motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That
I'm good,
don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
Brandy says, hey, Law, I am so excited for next season. Technically this season, but I get you. I see you. Yes, we are excited for it, and I can't wait. I can't wait for this season to kick off, right? But I'm excited for both seasons, you know. Appreciate you, Patrice. Says, you're definitely appreciated. That hat coming will prove it all. Appreciate you. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's go, baby. Let's go. And if y'all don't like Law Nation, if you out of your mind with it,
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
come on, baby. Shout out to you, Lisa. And also shout out to Overshown. You know, he follows the channel too. I just realized it and found out that from a message. So shout out to everybody that's tuning in. All right, so that's what's the 53-man roster. Now, granted, none of this stuff is set in stone. None of it. You got to get it. And just because you walk up there and say, all right, hey, these are the guys. I think the roster starts off with 90 to 95 guys, right? And then they're going to go through all of those guys with a fine-tooth comb. And then, bam, it's about to get medieval. The NFL schedule come out Thursday. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. And I can't wait. They're going to build around it and guarantee you this, my friends. The Cowboys will have those 3 games in 12 days. I'm trying to keep saying it so they can start saying, dog, this Law Nation knows it. So let me try to at least make it 3 games in 15 days, right? So we keep saying it. Maybe they give us a little cushion here and there, you know. But those 3 games in 12 days is a situation and scenario that we can all sit back and say that it's a lot on the body. It's a lot on the body. And a lot of people, they will not allow that to be an excuse for our team dropping. No. So even when Michael Parsons was out here saying that, yeah, I need to put on an extra weight, I need to make sure my body is together, it's a real thing, y'all. But not everybody see it like that. They look at it like, man, the Cowboys need to do X, Y, and Z. And if we fall short of it, we trash. We fall short of it, somebody can call us ass on national TV. If we fall short of it, there will be more and more people to sully, to denigrate, to break it down to the point whereas we're not doing enough. And to you all that's watching, to you all that's listening, y'all know that Law Nation is going to call it out the way it's supposed to be. But neither here nor there. Let's listen to these pundits right quick. Let's listen to them right quick so I can go over it. Let's go.
Yeah, I actually think they're going to be better. I don't think they're going to turn the ball over as many times. You know, I think Dak Prescott had sort of like an aberrational year. So I think this is a team that had a really good offseason. Brandon Cooks as a home run hitter. Stephon Gilmore on the other side of Trayvon Diggs. And Tony Pollard, to me, if he's healthy, he's a frontline running back. So I actually think this team will be better. I know it's a high bar with 12 wins, but I like the Cowboys.
Yeah, they're going to be better. The record will stay the same, but the team.
Before Keys go, do y'all believe that this team will be better than last year's team? You can give me a quick answer, yes or no. Matter of fact, let's break it down like this. And I should have put it in the title. Will the offense be better, yes or no? And then we're going to go from there. We're not going to say overall yet. Will the offense be better, yes or no? Yeah, better. Okay, yeah. All right, so from there, from there, let's start off with this. Will the wide receivers be better? Yes or no? And we're going to break it down by groups now. Wide receivers, are they better or will they be better? Now, to be this guy, we can all say that MG13, he's not coming off of a ACL tear, right? I know he had some cleanup surgery and things like that, but it's not the same as an ACL, right? So he's naturally, organically, not GMO-ly, but organically, he will be better, right? Okay, Brandon Cooks, he will be better. Now, I seen somebody say to be determined, but when we look at it, and I know it's hard to look at it within a vacuum, but we're going to look at it like, and I'm not throwing any shade or salt at my guy, Dennis Houston, James, y'all say it with me, Washington, right? And Noah Brown. Or even T.Y. Hilton, because there could be a chance in the situation and scenario that he may say, hey, after training camp, come on, Cowboys, hey, there's rent due over here. Let me just see if I can make the team. But I'm going to say this. Brandon Cooks better than Noah Brown, right? So come on, man. Come on. We all know that Brandon Cooks is better than Noah Brown. And I hate to say that about my guy Noah Brown, but Brandon Cooks is better, right? So organically, the wide receiver room is better. Now, let's talk about the tight end room. You had Dalton Schultz to depart, right? He's gone. So we lose experience from Dalton Schultz. And I get you. I can see West Coast now. Hey, Law! We gonna miss Dalton Schultz, man. He was the guy, man. Hey, Law! We better run the ball. But Schultz wanted that money, man. And Schultz is like, man, how disrespectful of the Cowboys to offer a deal less than my, basically, franchise tag. So he's gone. We bring in a guy by the name of Schoonmaker, right? He's older than Peyton Hendershot as well as Jake Ferguson. Will the tight end room be better without Dalton Schultz? I can say this right quick. Hear me out and put that butter knife down, y'all. Put that butter knife down. Stop shanking me with it. I can tell you right now, Jake Ferguson, 2023 Jake Ferguson is better than 2022 Jake Ferguson. See, you didn't know I was going to go that way. Peyton Hendershot, 2023 Peyton Hendershot will be better than 2022's Peyton Hendershot. If we're going to lean on what's better, since you got the same product out there, right? Even if we were to keep Schultz from last year, I can argue the same. So, but I'm looking at it now with Schoonmaker, Ferguson, and Peyton Hendershot, and Sean McEwen, possibly the fat kid, right? That we are better in that category. The only reservation that people may have on this offense, I know somebody gonna yell out, hey man, it's Dak Prescott, man. That's the reservation, dog. We were 5-1 with Cooper Rush. You know what I'm saying? We better with Cooper Rush. I feel y'all, there's no escaping Dak Prescott right now. Because a lot of people just can't stand the man, and Law be over here and everybody else be over here with the Dak Prescott. It's for better or for worse with him, Sickness and health, Yeah. But the only reservation, technically, the only reservation is on the offensive line, because that is the absolute unknown. But I can tell you, going back to a power scheme and a power situation, that the Cowboys offensive line, you would not put your offensive line in those situations and scenarios. I think we were like 31st ranked in pass block win rate. We shouldn't put our guys in those positions so that, we can see those type of issues. So what I'm saying is, don't put Shaq in the position to shoot the three. Use his capabilities and what he can bring to the table to elevate his game. Don't put Shaquille O'Neal, and I know he played basketball, but y'all get what I'm saying. He would have been a hell of a tight end for the Cowboys, though, by the way. Shoot, he would have broke all type of records. And he's a Cowboy fan, by the way. But don't put the team in that type of light or position. The reason why, I'm going to just talk about this real briefly. The reason why the Lakers are up 2-1, they stole game one. It was thief. They stole it from them, right? And then the Golden State Warriors, and I know somebody going to say, law is the aficionados, man. It's the refs, man. They pay. You got good money over there in L.A. to live and die in L.A., baby, But what I'm saying is the next game, Golden State shot them out, blew them out, right? One can argue that Golden State is the better team shooting-wise. But if you go into the battle and the mindset to play their brand and their style of offense/defense, you will lose every time. You got to play down to your strength. Down inside, baby. AD, you got to start cooking down inside, baby. The game is just the same. It's won and lost down inside, the trenches. And when you can play clock control, transitional, defense and offense, and crash the board, get someone in foul trouble, and throw them off of what they try to do best, boom, you win games. Now, I don't know how I got into basketball, but let's listen to the rest of this.
The style of play, the things that they do will be better. I think they'll be the same as far as the record goes, but better as a team. You won't see them all of a sudden stub their toe in the ground when they're not supposed to.
Does that mean they're going to win multiple playoff games, Key, by stubbing their toe in the ground?
We're talking about the regular season.
Come on now.
Just asking for
Where are you with the Jet?
Yeah.
I think they'll be. I think they'll be better. I mean, I think Dak will be better than what he was last year. I'm still that defense kind of got called out late in the season, but I still think they're trending towards being better.
They're going to be better than 12 wins. I'm going to tell you that right now. They might hit 12 wins. It's just a lot of wins. You just look at their schedule. They have away games at Buffalo, the Chargers, the Dolphins, the Eagles, the Niners. You're going to
Hope. Wait a minute. And I know, Max Kellerman, he's a diehard Giants fan. Oh, he's a Jets guy. I forgot. I think he's Giants or Jets. Whatever team that's winning, I believe that's who he's going to fall to. I'm going to say this right quick. I know the Bills are the team that everybody got to worry. They struggled to beat the Vikings last year. Oh, my bad. They didn't even beat the Vikings. I know it's anecdotal when you do those type of things, right? When you say, well, they lost to the Vikings. We blew out the Vikings, right? And the last time we played those boys was on Thanksgiving, right? They embarrassed us on that day. But you just don't know. And I'm going to tell you guys, right now, we are still built to win. We are better. Now, as far as the running back room, I forgot to go over that. We got Tony Pollard. We got Rojo. We got Deuce Vaughn. We got Malik Davis. Those are running back. We may have Hunter Lukey. We may have him. I don't know. But let's get it, Cowboy Nation. It's about to get crazy good for us. Normally, let me tell y'all this right quick. It takes about 3 years for a team's defense to be on the same page. What year is this for Dan Quinn over here? Y'all let me know in the chat. What year is this for Dan Quinn?
find some losses there. Even the home games, Seattle, Giants play them well in Dallas. The Eagles again. Like, they're good. You're going to find at least 5 losses in that schedule. I'd say at best the same. Better, worse, or the same. Giants 9-7, Mike T.
All right, so that was it. Yes, year 3. Oh, wee. Watch how this defense really fly around, right? Watch how this defense really jump off. Yes, indeed. We never had a losing season with Micah Parsons on defense too, right? You know. We never won only 10 games, right? With Micah Parsons. We always been 12 games or better. I love that little saying right there, you know, with all of that. So this team, we about to get it on, baby. Let's bring up the hotline for your mind, 657-390-7391. Call in, get on in, baby. Really appreciate you guys so much. Thank everybody who been out here supporting the nation, whether it be via the merch gang. Appreciate y'all so much, man, for staying in for your boys. You know what I'm saying? Thank everybody. Really do appreciate y'all so much. Let's go. Come on. Let's the room fill up. Here's the link to purchase your Law Nation hoodie. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's get it.
Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones
There are 5 participants.
Got 5 on it.
Please announce yourself.
Banks, man, you're live from the 757, dog. Talk to me, man.
Law, what's going on, man?
It's your world, man. Just trying to live it. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me, man.
Yeah, I know that's right. Hey, look, man, I just want to speak on as far as, who I think, real quick on my opinion, who I think might will be in or out on the roster. I do think Nashawn Wright, I think he's out. We kind of see him start a game last year, man. It was kind of hard to watch, man.
He gave you splashes in that Tennessee's game, and then he kind of like he wee-woo, in the words of Boss, he wee-woo gamed us, man.
He wee-wooed us.
He wee-wooed us, man.
He lucked up on a lot of plays and didn't get beat, man, where he might have been overthrown, underthrown. He just kind of lucked up, man. And then the next week was like, man, please sit him next week, please. I do think I think the special team is going to save Calvin Joseph, because no matter what we think of Calvin Joseph as a cornerback, as a special teams guy, I think he's especially on punt return, man. I think he's a good asset on that.
Yeah, you can't have too many of those guys, man. And if I'm his agent, I'm sitting here like, hey, man, you got to understand, we gave the ball back to the Cowboys, man. I forced a fumble, man. My client was out there, man. He was making some plays, man. Come on, man. I'm fighting for my client, man. What else we supposed to do over here, man?
Yeah, what more do you want from me?
What more you want from me? Yeah.
Yeah, so I do think that's gonna save him though.
Yeah.
And then also I don't want the Semi Fahoko fans. Please don't take me with a butter knife, man. But I think he's out, man. I think it's time. One thing about Semi, man.
Shame.
No, man, you're right though, man. Maybe you need to cut the ponytail off or something, maybe to make it move faster.
Law. And I know he had a good training camp, but most people look them one-on-one drills make receive. He made Trayvon Diggs look, stupid on the one-on-one drills. He looked good, but since he came out, man, what was on Semi Fahoko, man, that he don't play to his size and speed.
Dang.
I think it still look like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think one part of the offense who it didn't benefit last year, because Kellen Moore was so buddy with Noah Brown, is that I think that'll bring out Dang on. I'm having a brain fart.
Yeah.
I'm having a brain.
Houston.
Steven, man, my man.
Dennis Houston.
No.
Tolbert.
Tolbert, yeah, that's gonna help Tolbert this year. But that's what I believe. And one more thing, man, before I go. And Turpin, man, look, I wouldn't be surprised if Turpin gone, man. You know one play I think about that's on my mind with Turpin, man?
What is
that
that?
playoff game with the 49ers. Turpin could have ran that kickoff back, man, but he gonna run it up. He gonna run it right to the kicker, man. Where he got tackled at, man. He could have went left or right. And took it to the house,
don't mind me
of
of
it,
it, man.
so he got up going off like he made a play, and I'm like, you big dummy, you could have had a touchdown.
Cause ain't no way, that kicker would have got to the edge and got him down. I'm like, dude, you gonna run to the kicker? You're like, just keep it on the edge, man. You used to do that in Madden, Tecmo Bowl. Remember Tecmo Bowl? You go like this, go like that. Come on, man. One guy to beat, man.
One guy to beat, man. He could have housed it. He went to the left or the right, man. So, But pretty much, man. That's all I got, man. Oh yeah, and don't forget about Rojo. Everybody talking about who's gonna do the dirty work for us, man. And I think everybody forgetting about Rojo, man. If it wasn't for Brady and Tampa wanting everybody around, have everybody around him, man, because Rojo played good with Jameis Winston. Rojo is still a good running back, in my opinion, if given the chance. He got some ball security issues, but if he can take care of that, I think he can be a valuable asset. Opposite of Tony Pollard to do the dirty work, man.
No doubt, man.
To get them hard-nosed yards.
No doubt,
that's
man.
all I got, man.
No doubt, man. Appreciate him, man. Shout out to Banks. Although Rojo may have fumbled a lot in his career, he only lost 4 fumbles. He fumbled a lot. He only lost 4 of them. So how many years he been in the league? So he only lost 4 of them. So if it can be the power of 4 and just keep him right at 4, you know what I'm saying, we'd be okay. But he did have a lot of fumbles. I think he had like 9 fumbles collectively, but he only lost 4. My thing is with Turpin, I'm not finna throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? Keep this in mind. Although UFDA, he was a rookie last year. You're going to get rookie mistakes. I think that there was one analyst that says a rookie is going to cost you at least 1 game. If they are a skilled player, they're going to cost you at least 1. I think that Titans game, it was the Texas game, right? He fumbled it there, and he fumbled in the Washington game, I believe. The change of momentum. Those should be growing pains, not end-all pains, right? Like, it shouldn't be, how can I put it? It shouldn't be the last thing that you guys know of him, right? Those are what we call growing pains. It's just that, man, it just came at the wrong time, man, with Turpin. So give him at least this right here. This staff would not put him on a hitch or a comeback, right? This staff would put him in motion, hit him on a stride type of thing, So let's go, man. I got flying above the rest from the 469. What's on your mind?
What's going on, Cowboys Nation?
Nothing to it, bro.
Man, so I'm listening to everything you guys saying. I think Philly gonna have a chance to make this team, and the only reason why I feel like you will, because I remember Mike McCarthy believing in Philly could be some type of a hybrid tight end. And
True.
I think that's something McCarthy's still going to want to look at with Timmy for Hogo.
I mean, yeah. But you got Hunter Lupke, and you also got the Fant kid. I need to hurry up and go watch his tape. So those will be his competition is the hybrid looks that's in the backfield, right?
Correct. But I feel like we're going to make it on the team because of his specialty and being able to run routes from being a receiver. When he go and run routes as a tight end, he's going to look fluid as hell because you know that as a tight end compared to a receiver. And that's going to give him a good comp.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be able to shake and bake around the linebackers a bit better than tight ends will because he's used to being able to have to fight through to do it against bigger DBs and safeties, so on and so forth. So I just feel like, in my opinion, he's going to be able to come in and do pretty good there. And when it comes to our running backs, I said this to you before, but man, I really feel like we're gonna come in and get some grimy, dirty off. I like the comfort. I like you got Sam Rojo. I think he could do it too, but I really feel like that fullback we got from South Dakota. I feel like that dude gonna make the team.
Oh yeah.
Mike McCarthy been wanting a big bruising type fullback. He finally got him one for the free because he was undrafted free agent. I really feel like that dude's gonna make the team. He's gonna be our cleanup guy. He'll come in and do all the cleanup to keep CP clean and that clean.
You know what thing? One thing about that flying above the rest will be if Hunter can stay healthy. You know, he have an AC joint, shoulder thing that's going on.
Yes, sir.
And you need that shoulder, man, for a fullback. And then we don't need business decisions as it relates to blocking. So it will be like, okay, Hunter, you my dog. I campaigned for you before the draft, so now we got you. So don't let me down, Hunter. So that's my thoughts with it.
Yep, and you asked a poll question about would our offense be better. And for every reason you guys named, a new offensive coordinator, we're going to be running that Seattle offense in 2018. Having a player like Brandon Cooks, he's going to be equivalent to what Tyler Lockett was for them and Golden Tate was for them back in that time. That's going to be the equivalent of that. We got CeeDee Lamb, who's just a jack of all trades about himself, like he had to call out in the A.J. Brown. Nah, bro, I ain't no just slot player. I play outside too.
Oh yeah.
He decided to digress. Yeah. So we got the jack of all trades in CD, and I really feel like Gallup gonna bounce back strong because he knows he out of here after the season. That's not. He knows it. The skin is always written on the wall for him. He knows it. So therefore, that's gonna bring the best out of him. Like you say, Law. Competition is only going to bring the dog out of him.
It should. Right.
As a male, that's why we play the sport.
That's why we play.
Exactly. I played Lancaster High School. That's the only reason why I went to there and played. And I played corner and safety.
So it is Lancaster. Yeah, I say Lancaster, man. I ain't from there. You know what I'm saying?
No, listen. People, I say Lancaster. People who ain't from there say it's pronounced Lancaster. Listen, we say Lancaster, okay?
Lancaster, okay, Lancaster. It's Lancaster. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Mississippi, man. Lancaster, man. Come meet me over there by Lancaster, man. Appreciate you, bro.
No problem at all. We pronounce Lancaster.
Lancaster.
So, one more, yes, sir. But one more thing, because I know you gotta let me go. I know your line is full of people, man. But once again, I'll say it every time, y'all. Cowboy Nation, we need to stand behind our team because we're going to be good. There's no way all of us are saying before the draft that this team was better than last year. And now everybody got the hair on fire after the draft. Now they can calm the hell down.
Yeah. Let's get it. We good. We flying above the rest, man. Come on, man. Come on.
You already know. All right, Law Nation, I'm going to let y'all go, man. Cowboy Nation, stand the fuck up. We in this thing, and we going all the way this year. Every year is our year.
Every year, man. Every year, man. Appreciate you, man. Lancaster, man. Lancaster. You know what I'm saying? Yes, indeed, man. Appreciate him, man. And so he said it's not Lancaster, I thought, I think Lancaster, y'all missing out on the opportunity, man. Shoot. Every year. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, Patrice. All right, got my dog over here, man. Let me do this right quick. We gonna lock it up.
The conference has been locked. The conference has been unlocked.
We're gonna keep it open for about 5 to 6 more minutes. So for those who want to jump on in, and then we'll lock it down. All right. So my guy MJ from the 206, you in the mix.
What up, Law? How you doing, brother?
Man, all is well, bro. Can't complain.
Oh man, yeah, I've been checking out the shows. Happy good afternoon to everybody. Hey, Law, I was everybody don't understand what's about to happen.
Okay.
The Cowboys is finally about to put in a program that everybody's on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
The last 2 years, we wasn't on the same page. Like you see on the sideline, it was killing McCarthy that he couldn't do what he wanted to do. And he had to go to the stepchild, Video King Raheem, had to let him do the play call. Look what they just did. They brought in an offensive line coach that liked to play physical. And
True.
They did an interview with Martin. Martin already loved what he...
Yeah. He already saying, man, I love what this Mike Solari is doing, man. So he already...
Yeah,
Yeah, love
They're
it.
going to go back to the running. Martin want to punish you. They're
Mm-hmm.
going to run first and then throw out of that run. And
Yep.
then they brought in Sharmar. Sharmar, you blend that in with the offensive line, and now the zone running, and a lot of people, I know why they didn't drop them other linemen. They wanted tackles that could run like number 73,
Right.
78. They wanted another tackle that could
Athletic, yeah. Tackle that can play down inside as guard. Yep.
Yeah. And
Yep.
and when they run them zones and going the other way, right, left,
True.
the guards leaving, they go toward the Parkway, they're going to make some big runs for the halfback. And then you could do the same play and you could throw out of that play.
Yeah. Make everything look the same. Yep.
Yeah. And then another key, while everybody, I'm going to say it again, all the Cowboy fans, get out your feelings. They wanted that they dropped that tight end. Now we don't have to drop the tight end for 3 or 4 or 5 years now. And only reason why they'll probably drop another tight end if somebody get hurt. But other than that, they got young boys. That dude could block his butt out. Now, when they got Ferguson and Shoemaker in the game at the same time, we'll be run blocking, and then next thing you know, we hit them for 15 and 20 yards down the middle.
No doubt. We got them, man. I appreciate you, dog. Anything else you got to say before I let you rock, though?
Oh, yeah. One more thing, guys. Like the one caller, the second caller, he said Joseph with the special team.
Right.
And Joseph will play safety, too, because he got the speed and he's on the tackle. So he's going to make it. 25, his job is in trouble. And then Simi, now, I know you say Simi might not make it, but this is Simi's time because now he gets to run, like you say, long, go deep, go slants, easy rock. So that speed, they'll get showcased this year. We ain't got to worry about Kellen Moore no more, y'all. Video King Raheem. Hallelujah.
No doubt, man. Let's go with it, man. That's my guy, MJ, man. That's MJ Marv, man. I appreciate you, man. That's my guy. Yeah, you want to maximize the skill set of the ability of the player. And let's see. Let's see what Simi can do. Deep over. Look, if I'm Simi, I'm sitting there like, shoot. Technically, Simi should be able to look at what Brandon Cook's doing and say, I can do everything Brandon Cooks can do. I can do the deep over. I can do the shallow drags. Oh, I can do the post routes, man. Why y'all using that capital for that? He should have that mindset. Not saying that he will, but he should have that mindset. All right?
The conference has been locked.
We got D Shift from the 409. What's on your mind?
Hey, what's going on, Lo?
Nothing to it, man. Holla at me.
Not much, man. Hey, I think you on something with that offensive line and just giving it a chance to kind of find its way. You know, you got the new coach.
Right.
I mean, then you got a lot of guys who are coming into their second, their third year. And then, I mean, I know we're all assuming, and we're not really even assuming, it's kind of like scientifically known that Tyron Smith's going to go out, right?
Yeah, it's all a matter of time, yeah. Hate to say that, though, but yeah.
Hopefully it all kind of, it's more of a thing of you trying to replace that one spot, and your offensive line wasn't horrible. I mean, it was bad, like pass blocking. It was pretty bad. But the same token, you got some younger guys who are going to come their way. Dak has a little bit more weapons, and I think your defense is going to be a little bit more dominant, you know? So cover that into the fact that, I mean, I was listening to, you know, your analysts and what have you on the four-letter networks, and, you know, when it comes to other teams, they always find a way to kind of look on the bright side for these teams, right? And you know, like if say for like the Bills, you know, it's like they'll give Josh Allen a little bit more of slack and leeway that they won't give you boy Dak, right? Mm-hmm. So all that's going to say that, I mean, it's hard for everybody, you know, and then, you know, they always pose different titles for different teams to talk about make or break, you know. So if there's make or break for this guy, and make a break for this guy, then somebody gonna break. You know what I'm saying? Only one person can make it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, shout out to the Patrick Mahomes of the world, and what have you. But I just think that this team's been making more effort to build a championship team and put together said pieces. So, man, we trying to go for the sixth law, and I know you got callers, bro. So I just want to tap in with you and holler at you, bro. So
no doubt, bro.
Have a good week, man.
You as well, man. Good call from you, man. Yeah, granted, it's not a one size fit all type of thing, because a lot of times we'll look at it like, yeah, they will give grace and mercy to other teams, right? But for the Cowboys, it's not, especially what he was saying about the aspect of the 4-letter network, saying that, hey, it's a make or break year for the Cowboys, but it's not the same for Josh Allen, right? Josh Allen, since entering into the league, he was like, okay, yeah, he can't do this, can't do that. And then after his first year, everything was like, okay, this dude can't do no wrong. And I get it, right? I understand it. And that's just how it goes. If Josh Allen played for the Cowboys, I'm quite sure the tone would be different, though. So that's the only thing. When you playing with the silver and blue on, you're going to get the scrutiny, the scrap metal of criticism. You're going to get all of that. And that's just how it goes, man. I got my guy from the 281. You're live. Charles, is this you?
Hey, what's going on, Mr. Walt? Hey, can you put me back on hold and give me after the next caller? I'm doing one thing real quick.
No doubt, man. All right, that's Charles in charge. All right, so I got Action, Ryman, Jackson, man. You're live.
Oh, man, what's going on, Lob, man? I'm feeling like a villain, giving thanks for what's given. Let these Eagle fans hate why they girls catch feelings. Lob Nation, tell me how you live.
Man, well, man, with 2 L's right now, man. It's all good, man. I can't follow that up, man. Boy, you on it, man. 1 fish, 2 fish.
Hey, red fish, blue fish.
Well, let's do this. Man. Let's get it, man. Come on.
Hey, just go ahead and just do this thing back and forth, you know what I'm saying, with the 1-2. You know what I'm saying?
You got it,
I ain't
man.
want much, but I just tagging in with you, man. I sent you that message. I found the show, and I sent the message, the time and the message.
Where you send it to?
On your Facebook Messenger.
You got Twitter.
Yeah, I got Twitter.
Man, send it, DM me on Twitter, man, because Facebook, let me tell you, they merged Instagram and Facebook together, and I got like 1,000 messages, man. Got a whole bunch of people sliding into the DMs and stuff, man, and it's just too hard to cipher through, man. But Twitter, ain't that many people. They don't love me like that on Twitter.
Not yet.
Not yet, man. No, I just think the way. I just think the way allegedly, I just think the way the Facebook do it is crazy, because they put the comments, and if you tag comments, it goes to your DM and Facebook. It's just crazy. Allegedly, Facebook. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, then I'm working on this, looking for this beat for you, bro. I'm gonna write you a theme song, bro.
Okay, man.
Hey, check it out. You know, what I mean, you might dig it. You know what I'm saying? You know, we come from the same tutoring under the lineage of Tupac Shakur.
Okay,
you know
let's get it.
So, you know, I'm a lyrical type of guy. You know what I'm saying? You know, so yeah. You know, I'm gonna try to see about that for you, bro.
No doubt, man. I already know it ain't gonna be no Ice Spice type of beat, man, or type of lyrics. You know what I'm saying? You got a little balls in there. You know what I'm saying?
Balls for the stars. You know.
Balls for the stars, man.
All right, my guy.
Appreciate you, man. That's Action, man. Always good to hear him. And we got a super chat from V. Team Simi, let's go. Go Cowboys. Appreciate you, V. You know, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you for the support. And then we have anyone else? Thank y'all, man, so much for tuning in. Got some more people here. Montana 614, man. You're live.
Hey, Law, how you been, brother?
Man, all is well, bro. I can't complain at all, man.
How's the family? How's mom doing? How's everybody doing?
Oh, man, everybody, 1 foot in front of the other, man. Just taking it one day at a time. You know how I roll.
That's good. That's good to hear, man. I'm glad to hear I don't got really much. I just want to say, hey, don't worry, Cowboy Nation. We all right.
We all right.
I still feel like, it's still time. The season hasn't started yet. You can still hit free agency. The draft is over. It's still free agents out there. Don't forget, you got OTA, training camp. Guys will be released. So there's still guys out there that they can go get. Like the team right now is not built all the way.
No.
The team is not built all the way. You still have until what? The end of the season to touch free agency.
Player evaluation 365.
So, the team ain't all the way there yet. But I see a lot of fans like, hey, man, we equipped to go through, make a deep playoff run now. No. They still need to add more to it because you got to input. You got to place in injuries. Injuries do happen. So when injuries happen, you got to go get guys, what I'm saying? Yeah, we got depth in certain places. That don't mean much if you don't take care of the other part. You see what I'm saying? So I kind of felt what Will McClay was saying, like, hey, man, we don't need to keep drafting line. We don't fix the defensive line.
No doubt.
I understand that part. But me personally, I feel like every year we should get trenches. We keep the trenches healthy, everybody else will stay healthy. That's my piece. Thank you for having me on. Go Cowboys, have a good day.
No doubt, man. That's my guy, Montana, man. Y'all see him in the chat regulating 808. So, yeah, appreciate him, man. Yeah, man, this team, we still climbing uphill. We still climbing uphill. And to be fair, it's a situation where I'm going to give you guys the play-by-play every day. But in actuality, we will find out what this team is about eventually. So when we do early projections, right, we do like game predictions and schedules and stuff like that, it don't mean nothing, right? I remember Eagles last year, oh, man, got Jordan Davis. What did Jordan Davis do his rookie year, right? We still waiting on him. So I feel what a lot of Eagle fans do is they like to jump over here and say, yeah, man, they got Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, man, they got Nolan Smith, man, they got Biggie Smalls, man, they got Tupac, man, they got DMX coming out of the grave. They got everybody coming over. No, just pump your brakes, bro. Pump your brakes. Because at the end of the day, we still got to all sit back and wait for any of these things to manifest itself into whatever it's going to be, right? But it is what it is. Yeah, my guy Choctaw says Dak is 6-2 versus the San Fran. Who can't beat who? Yeah, I didn't know he was 6-2. But yeah, man, it's just what it is, bro. Yeah. So give it time, y'all. Yeah. All right, I got Charles in Charge 281. You're live.
All right, my man, I do apologize about that. I was doing a credit application real quick.
I mean, you got to prove, man. I know you got to prove that.
I so did.
That 813 credit score you got over there, bro. But what you got for the show, man?
Man, I'm convinced that we are so much on the cusp that we are two players away from fielding all-star team just like Philly had last year. Last year we had the draft and develop team. Eagles had the all-star team, right?
True.
Eagles in the off-season, they lose a handful of all-pros. They do a good job of replenishing.
Right.
But the guys that they replace, the all-pros with are not as good as the guys that they lost. Jalen Carter, great pick. But as a rookie, he will not be as good as Javon Hargrave was last year.
Yeah.
Terrell Edmonds, coming from Pittsburgh. He's good, but he will not be as good as Chauncey Gardner-Johnson was last year. DeAndre Swift, is a pretty decent back, injury prone, but he won't be as good as Miles Sanders was last year, and on and on.
Right.
We didn't lose anybody. only people we lost were the guys that we wanted to lose: Connor McGovern, Anthony Brown, Maher, and Carlos Watkins. And other than that, we didn't lose anybody, and we got better. You know, we brought on Cooks, we brought on Gilmore. You know, we didn't have a cornerback too. And then we got the first defensive tackle in the first round since '91, Russell Maryland. We got Mozzie Smith, who could possibly change a life here. So all we need is if we can get that left guard and that power back, we could possibly field a all-star team this year. And we should have won 14 games last year, you know, without blowing those 2 leads. We should have been 14-3, but, you know, we blew a 14, 17-point lead.
True.
This season, we should win minimum 13 games because the schedule is harder. We got, you know, AFC East opposed to the AFC South, you know. So I see us going 14-3 this year. We have a chance to do 15-2, but that left guard is pivotal. We didn't address it in the draft. I see Richards is a really good run blocking lineman.
Right.
You say, you know, you got long arms, good strength. You know, gets low.
Yeah, he's athletic. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So if in training camp, if he could be the guy to step in and be the left guard, that would be great, because then our offensive line would be rebuilt. We would have that 21-year-old left guard. But if we don't find if him or Chuma or Josh Wall, if any of them guys don't make the cut, then we'll have to go get a Dalton Rising or a Trey Turner in training camp.
No doubt. All valid points there. And on top of that, when you look at it, my friend, we will find out whether or not that voided area at left guard would be sufficient by sliding the guys that's supposed to be a tackle, like a seam inside or Chuma inside, and we'll see whether or not they can fit for us.
Yeah, it's important because we have to have the 5 guys that start all year. You know, I would love Tyron Smith to be the left tackle, but he can't play all season. And the reason why the Eagles' O-line is so good, they're good as it is, but they've had continuity playing together for the last 2 years in a row. You know what I mean? You know, you gel, you know, and then you play together the whole season. You know, the guy knows what the guy next to him is going to do. You know what I mean? So, I mean, we are so close. And every year we say it's our year, but this year it's different.
No doubt, man.
I mean, this is the best roster I've seen since I was in 3rd grade.
Wow.
I mean,
that's
good.
It's good to know, man. Can you tell people where to find and follow you at before I let you go?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yeah. I just cut my latest video last night. It's technically Cowboy Sports Report by Charles in Charge. After Law's awesome show, guys. We ought to check it out. Subscribe. My goal is to get to 1,000 by week 1 this season. It's starting to gain traction now. If I can get to 1,000 by week 1 this season, it'll be on and popping. How about them Cowboys? Y'all stay positive, and can't wait till the training camp, man. It can't come any quicker.
No doubt, man.
I'm so
appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in, and thank you for your support. And condolences out to you and your family as well, okay?
Thank you so much.
No doubt, man, bro. Salute. All right, good call for him. That was a good call. Basically, we gonna look back at everything what we are saying, and we would say to ourselves, man, the Cowboys hit on this guy. Man, the Cowboys hit on that guy. We're going to say that because I truly believe that the Cowboys, Will McClay, he got him a knight in shining armor somewhere on this team, man. We just don't know where it's at right now. All right, to give y'all the next lineups, we got Queen, we got Nation, and then we got the 254. Y'all hold tight. Let me bring on Shisha Queen to be. I don't know how long I can hold that one, you know. Yes, indeed.
I said he in his bag.
Hit his bag.
What's going on, Law? I haven't talked to you in a while.
It's all good.
Yeah, you know, on the off season, all I can do really is sit back and listen to y'all and learn. Because, you know, you guys talk about a whole lot of stuff, different plays, 3 texts and 1 text and all this kind of stuff. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. So I just sit back and listen and wait. For all, one thing I do want to say, we about to kick some ass this season.
Let's kick it. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna kick some ass this season. And that, all you haters, that could have shut y'all up this season. But yo, and that's all I got. And I want Cowboy Nation to let them hang.
Let them hang.
Cowboys.
Y'all heard it. Let them hang to the window, to the wall. Let's go. Appreciate you, Queen. Yes, indeed. She said, let them hang, let them hang. And that's exactly Cowboy Nation. The Cowboys should do this offseason. Just let them hang, man. Let them hang. Get them going the best way possible. All right, I got 682. You're live. Nation, you're live.
What's up, Law? You all right, man?
Man, I'm great, man. Talk to me, bro.
I feel like we drafted Eric Scott to replace Nashawn Wright. That is my how I feel on it, because he didn't play the best when he did get his chance.
Right.
He played better than Kevin Joseph. Get that off.
Yeah, I mean, they competed, and then according to Al Harris and all of those boys, Joe Witt Jr., they said he won. Nashawn Wright won.
Yeah, I that's awesome. But I just feel like when everybody say he run a 4.4, looking from the film you showed us, then looking at my own, I don't believe he ran a 4.4. That is my personal opinion, because running a 40 versus game speed are two different speeds, and that 4.7 versus that game speed is matching up a lot to my eyes. If you see something different, please let me know. I would truly appreciate it. Then the last thing I want to speak on is, how do you feel about having so much competitiveness in the wide receiver room? Because there's some guys in there, even from the undrafted free agency, that can do something now. That's fast, that's quick, that's explosive, and they got the hands. That is, I feel really, really good in the wide receiver.
Well, the thing is, with competition, it breeds more competition. You know, last year around this time, not a soul was talking about, Dennis Houston. Everybody was saying that Jalen Tolbert, he's in between Gallup and CeeDee Lamb. And week 1, Dennis Houston beat him out. You know what I'm saying? So I love the competition. Go ahead.
Okay. And last but not least, how do you feel about Michael Parsons talking about Noah Smith so highly at the very end when the Eagles picked him up? Because I only bring it up because how he reacted when we got Mozzie versus how he reacted with the Eagles got Noah Smith. It kind of, when you look at it, I might be reaching, I don't know, but how you look at him, you kind of seem like he wanted Noah Smith over Mozzie. But like me, I want Noah Smith over Mozzie. But like me, I understand why we drafted Mozzie. And I feel like that's why he reacted the way he did. That's I wanted to know your thoughts and everything on that as well. And also, I just wanted to say thank you. You have a fantastic, blessed day. Keep on going, bro.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man. That's a good call from Nation. Thank him. He says thoughts on my guy. Let me see if I can find the clip, and we can get it going from there. Boom. And I think I got it somewhere right here. Two things can be true, though. Two things can be true. I mean, you look at a lady, for example. You can say Kelly Rowland, beautiful lady. Beyonce, beautiful lady, right? And you date one or the other, you got a beautiful lady. Now, it shouldn't be, oh, man, God dog, man, I got Beyonce, and I could have had Kelly. Or it couldn't have been, oh, man, God dog, I got Kelly, but I could have got Beyonce. Both pretty ladies. So two things can be true. So when Parsons was breaking down Nolan Smith, he's not saying that, you know, Nolan Smith is trash or beyond phenomenal, right? But Nolan Smith would have been a luxury pick for us because we already got that, right? We already got, you know, multiple guys that got his type of skill set. May not be as fast as him, right? But what would be more beneficial to the team at the time would have been Mozzie, right? A guy that's going to help elevate Parsons, a guy that's going to help elevate Law, a guy that's going to help elevate the linebacker, LVE. So that's what he was saying. So basically, he's not dogging one to elevate the other, and he's just giving objective analysis. The thing is, from the Eagles community, they only listen from a hype aspect. They don't know objectivity. Just like last year, I had Bird Gang 31, shout out to him on the channel, and he was literally saying, they're the number one team in defense. They're the number one team in offense. They're the number one team in special team, right? He couldn't even give me a chance to even – I was going to give him flowers and say, hey, man, they're the third-ranked defense. And he felt that as if that was disrespectful, right? So they're not used to objectivity in Eagles land. You know, that's just how it goes. Let me play this audio for y'all.
I mean, I love Nolan. Like, I've recruited Nolan to Penn State. Like, I was his host. Like, Nolan's my guy. His ceiling is high. I think for where he's gone, like, you see that production, like what we're talking about, for where he's gone, this is a great pick. And production-wise, it definitely, I think he has a chance to fly through the roof.
Right.
Being in a system where it's going to be more towards him, a five-man front, with Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, and Hassan, and Josh, and Fletcher Cox.
I mean, they just got Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham 2.0, right? Like, they just reloaded.
How do you feel, AJ? I'm loving every bit of this.
AJ, they ain't going to be able to pay you.
He does not.
So that was him giving an objective analysis. It's not like Nolan was a terrible player, so he's going to have a good situation. That whole Eagles front is going to have a good situation. But here's my thing right here. My one truth with it. It don't mean a hill of beans. Why? It's not like they have Dan Quinn over there. If they had Dan Quinn over there, I would have been sitting over here like, oh, my goodness, man. Rex, somebody help me. I can't take this no more, man. Can somebody slow the Eagles down? But it is what it is. And that's just the reality of it. I got the 254. You're live.
What's going on, Lau? How you doing?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. All is well. Can't complain.
Yes, sir. Okay. My theme, I believe, for this year is going to be a lot of surprises in this camp. I think a lot of people are forgetting Israel. Mukamu, I'm saying his name right?
Yeah.
Towards the end of the year, Dan Quinn had a plan for him. And he played an integral part in that defense, especially when they couldn't figure out the third cornerback. They just went ahead and put him in, and I think he did a real good job, especially in the San Francisco game. And, you know, they moved him to safety, so his tackling probably helped a little bit, too, in the run game.
Mm-hmm.
If you notice, Jaron Curse, you know, he's starting to get hurt a little bit more, you know, every season. And he's actually one of the better players on our team, especially on our defense. But I believe that Mukamu is somebody that Dan Quinn has a plan for, and I just really see him. I see him having one of those camps, and he's one of those guys that flashes, especially in preseason. I don't know if you remember last year, he had like an all-world preseason, you know what I mean? And I just believe Dan Quinn has a plan for him. Secondly, I really believe that if Mozzie Smith is what they're projecting him to be, you're going to find out that our linebackers are way better than what we think they are, you know, or what we're giving them credit for. So if Mozzie Smith can keep those guys clean, most of those guys can run. Jabril Cox can run.
Yep.
Damone Clark can run.
Yep.
LVE can run.
Yep.
Those guys can run to the ball if they can get clean. And I think that was a lot of the problem last year is that they weren't clean, so they had to fight through a lot of traffic and get to the ball. If they could just see ball, hit ball, you're gonna have a better showing of your linebackers. And the last thing is what the problem with this team, and I really believe, especially with the offense, is they had a lot of trouble pass blocking, and I think the way you offset bad pass blocking is draws and screens. And I really believe the screen game is something that hinders this offense, and it hinders them, and it shoots them in the foot because teams know that Dallas is a poor screen team. So they're able to just tee off on Dak. And I really believe that if Dallas can find a way, and I think this was a Kellen Moore problem, to be honest with you. If Dallas can find a way to run the screen, and it doesn't have to be all-world Green Bay, Dorsey Levin screen, you know what I mean? Just find a way to offset their pass rush against Dak. I really believe that can unlock a new level into this offense. It's just the screen is just horrid. I don't know if it's the O-line, if it's just the design. I just really believe that is what hinders and shoots this offense in the foot. And my last thing, too, on this is Kellen Moore. I believe Kellen Moore he was a good coordinator. He was an awesome coordinator. The problem with Kellen Moore was Don Flamingo, man. He had one punch and no counter. When he swung at you, if he missed and you hit him back, he had nothing else to hit you with.
Nothing.
He was Jason. He's Jason Garrett's protege. We are who we are, and we're not going to let nobody change you. And in the NFL, you cannot be that. Have to be able to adapt and overcome. And with Mike McCarthy, I just hope and I pray that he understands that when you got a guy like CeeDee Lamb and he's hot, you have to get him the ball. You have to find a way.
Right,
to get him
drags and around. To me,
put the ball.
To me, what really kind of like when you go back and watch the tape for the last 2 years, teams what they said was, all right, this team don't want to run the ball, so we're gonna drop 6 and 7. And for the Cowboys try to defeat that with throwing into it, it's just baffling to me. Like, everybody know that you're supposed to run them up out of that look, and then you hit them up with the play action pass. But team just set on routes. That's the craziest thing of it all. It's crazy for us to still win that many games in the last 2 years, though.
I don't have the all 22, and I don't watch as much film, but it seemed to me that Kellen Moore, he had the Jason Garrett syndrome.
Right.
We don't run rub routes. We want to play you straight up.
Right.
We play the game how it's supposed to be played. No.
Yeah.
You run rub routes. You find ways to get your guys open. I don't understand why Cavante Turpin was never a decoy. Why not just tell him, look, you run and hit your head on that goalpost. 70 yards down the field. You run right at that safety and you make him make a choice. Then we're going to drag CeeDee Lamb across the field on an option route. I never understood that.
I never understood it. Yeah.
I never understood why Kellen Moore, what was wrong, and I really believe that's the problem with Jalen Tolbert. He didn't know how to use him, just like Tony Pollard. It took 3 years to figure out Tony Pollard was a good receiver when he played receiver in college, and you took the first 3 years, you couldn't use him and find ways to get him the ball in space by throwing him the ball. It took you 3 years to figure that out.
Yeah.
Now you got to pay the guy. You could have been doing that 2 years ago and really helped your offense. But year 3, you finally figured out, okay, I can send Tony Pollard on a wheel route and he can win.
Yeah. I mean, it's about to be like, you remember we saw it on defense. We were like, man, now we're seeing real football on defense.
Right.
The year 2020, like, they was doing all this crazy stuff with I forgot Mike Nolan, right? We were sitting there like, come on, man. You know what you doing here? You know, you got Alden Smith dropping off in coverage. You got all type of crazy stuff. and
Rob Ryan 2.0.
Rob Ryan 2.0, and then we saw a little bit of that the previous year with the what's this guy's name, Papa Rob Marinelli. I'm like, dude, come on, man, what are y'all doing here? But then now when we got Dan Quinn here, right, we start seeing real football concepts on defense, and we saw a real team. Even on special teams, we saw real special team work out of Johnny Bones Fossil. So hopefully, man, now we can see real offense stuff, you know?
Right.
When your quarterback not hot, you get them hot by throwing the tunnels, your smokes, man. Get them in rhythm, get them going. You know, get your playmakers going. I hope that's what I'm leaning on. I hope that we just see some real football concepts.
It's gonna be real interesting in Charger land. I want to see what he does I want to see what Herbert does when it's 3rd and 9 and he has 6 curls that go 6 yards. And they're all covered. I really want to see how they're talking about him when Kellen Moore, you know, and who knows, he might go over there and change
it up a little bit, and learn from
same thing. But I'm gonna let you go, Law. I know I spoke a little long, man. I appreciate your show, man. God bless you and your family, man. You're doing a wonderful job, Law. Appreciate you.
Thank you, man. Good call from him. All right, let me clear my throat. All right, I'm better. All right, so, but what I'm saying here, y'all, is basically the Cowboys, we finna see some real football. We got to at this point, right? Some concept, some legitimate scheme, like to beat cover 4, right? To beat quarters defense. Like, I don't think that we ever mastered beating quarters defense. I don't think we did in the last 2-3 years, right? I don't think that we crafted up a plan to beat quarters, you know. So it's one of those things that now we should see. Okay, quarters defense, we should see that run concept. We should be able to hit them where it hurt instead of throwing it into the teeth of the defense and then looking back at the quarterback saying, "Hey man, you know what I'm saying? What you doing, Dak?" Let's get that option up off the table, right? Like, I get it, right? Dak Prescott had no business throwing it into coverage right there, right? But let's not even have that as an option. Let's play some real football, baby. You know, let's run the rock until they stop it, and then they have an extra guy inside the box, and we take the top off the defense. Let's make teams think. There's no way if I got CeeDee Lamb in the slot and I go 4 wide and I don't mask it a little bit, I don't go bunch formation to the right side at least, you know, before the snap, and seeing, okay, all right, we in bunch over here, right? Where my weak side at, you know? Man, this dude would line up empty and show the hand, okay, leave no stretch of an imagination. That could it be a run? Could it be a pass? Oh, it passing. It's wide. It's empty. And if Dak is going to run it, well, so be it. I'll let him run, right? He ain't going to get 7 yards. We got a spy on him, right? They empty. They showing their hand. So now we get back to true football concepts, principles, right? You know, make the quarterback a situation whereas now it's in favor. Man, it's all good, you know. Top 3, yeah, I think someone said, could have been my guy. He was talking about, you know, where the Cowboys defense will be or should be at. I forgot your name, fam. I wanted to give you credit for it. But I really want Cowboys to be top 5 defense. Right, we haven't been top 5 defense in a minute. So I want us to be top 5 defense. I really want to stop the run. You stop the run, you run the ball, you're going to be in the playoffs. That's just the bottom line. You stop the run, you run the ball, you're in the playoffs. That's just how it goes. All right, Cowboy Nation, 3 consecutive first downs and the Joker runs a jet sweep to lose yards. Yeah, that type of stuff. Yes, indeed. Appreciate everybody for calling in. Thank those who joined the channel. Appreciate y'all so much.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Yeah. Yeah, let's get some concepts going. Let's get some principles going. Let's get some scheme going. A well-schemed team can beat the team that's more talented, right? When you scheme it, right? When you figure out ways to come up with a plan of action, make the opposition play left-handed when they're right. Those type of things is what we need over here in Cowboys land. And finally, Dan Quinn shouldn't have to fabricate pressure from the inside with twist stunts, right? Mozzie should be able to take care of his man. And as well as with Jonathan Hankins, by drafting Mozzie, you shouldn't lean on him for 50 snaps. Nah, say, Jonathan, we need you for good 20 to 25. That's all we need you for, dog. We don't need you for the full 60. 20 to 25, man. We got the young fish over here, man. He's going to be down inside. And on possible passing downs, we might just take you up off the field, Jonathan. We got Big Mozzie and we got Osa right here, right? We got Fihoko down inside now. So all of those things count. All of those things means a lot, Cowboy Nation. I really appreciate you guys so much for tuning in for these type of episodes. Be sure to do me a huge favor. Hit the like button, share this content. Let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to check out the merch, man. The merch gang is available on all outlets now. Be sure to check it out. And, I told y'all it was going to look good, Shout out to the 1 or 2 haters who said it wasn't, but shoot, it looked good. Remember this. The clothes don't make the man. The man make the clothes, right? So when you got it on, you're going to look good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The photo on this thing, maybe it don't do it a lot of justice over there, right? Maybe that's the situation. When we had the photo over here, it didn't do a lot of justice. People like, hey, Law. But I'm going to tell you right now, on the back of it, it's in small writings. And it got the saying about your love and your determination and your heart, your soul, and the things that drives you. How bad do you want it? How bad your desire is for it. And I've been saying this for many of years, even when I was sleeping out of my car. Your determination, your mindset, it's all up here. I remember putting in that Les Brown CD. It was tape cassette player at the time, not the CD. And it says if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep. If all of your desires of it makes you quite mad, that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you all hold everything tawdry and cheap. If life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it. If you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, and plan for it, and lose all terror of your mind. If you would simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold or poverty, or famish or fame, or sickness of body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset with the help of Almighty, you will get it. You see, a lot of people believe that someone else can validate you, but validation is only good for parking. Write that one down. People gonna try to put you in a box that you don't belong in. People try to recreate you that they didn't have nothing to deal with or to do with. People want everybody to be the same, but you are unique, just like your fingerprint. No person got the same fingerprints, impressions, and that's billions of people. So nobody is the same. So that's why I say make your name I would never forget, I was watching the series called The Wire. And that guy Marlo says, my name is my name. And he gonna stand tall with that. Are you standing tall with what you believe in? Write this down for those who stand with me and standing for law. Stand to your feet and say that if there's one thing a man should always do, is mainly to himself, stay true. Never allow someone to change your point of view unless what they bring makes sense to you. Never judge a man by sight alone, nor by the height he has grown. And when speaking, keep it at a moderate tone, because raised voices turns hearts into stone. You see, in the beginning, it was how about them Cowboys? I will roll with law. The morals of life: live, love, and respect for another. Then there are those who will try to be smart. They would take a decent man to alter his heart to seek to rip him apart. Those, man, you should never call a friend, because they bend the lies around the truth to meet their end. Cowboy Nation, as we stand tall through this battle, yea, though I walk through the valley, you know, it don't say, yea, though I live in it. I'm walking, I'm going through it. The valley, we're not staying here. Look, old folks said that either you're going into a storm or you're coming out of one. But I'm telling you right now, we are prepared to enter any storm and come up out of it. Because goodness and grace and mercy is following us all throughout. And I'm telling you right now, it's the mind. So we ain't staying nowhere, baby. We continue to move. This too shall pass. Prayers out to those who lost their lives. Condolences for the 9 people that perished this weekend from a senseless act. Now they looking down. We got an extra pair of eyes on us. The angels are watching. Absent from the body is present with the Lord, huh? But prayers out to the family. Y'all stay true. Y'all stand tall. And even when you fall, I'm gonna say this one time again, try to land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. Cowboy Nation, that's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. We about, baby. Let's go. Hey. Come on. Roll those credits. Come on. Let's get it.
Yeah. I just wanna run it up.
Run it, baby.
Check us out. I've been really in the field, let up. Yeah.
Come on.
I've been really in the field, let her wish I let her feel. Lately I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Half a ticket to a meal. Lately I just wanna run it up. Yeah.
Shout out to you, Jesse. Shout out to you, Jay Lombardi, Jay Business. Shout out to Lancaster, right? That's how you say it. Not Lancaster. Appreciate Lancaster. Double R, King J, Brandy. Appreciate you, Patrice. Sadiqwa, let's go. Hey. Sanjay, appreciate you. Hey.
I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Reverend now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with J, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me.
Come on.
I mix Nike with designer, I experiment.
Hey.
You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer.
Call it too legit.
I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have a ticket to a meal. Lately, I just wanna.
Tell him, Uncle Charles.
Count a check a song.
I just wanna run it up.
Count that too, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it up. Lately I just wanna run it up. Yeah, I just be off the dome.
Hey.
I never own no chrome. Too many foes and clones. Yeah, I be at home alone. I be in zones alone. I be on road alone. Yeah, I been really in the field. Let her rush, I let her feel. Lately I just wanna.
Be sure to check out Miles Brooks' tape. Is out right now. Check him out. He gonna run it up. Underdog, right? A sleeper. Let me know who's your dark horse out of this draft. Let me know. Shout out to all of the dogs out there, man. Appreciate them. Come on, let's go. If you don't like Law Nation,
You stupid.
come on. And if you're watching all the way to this point and you have not smashed this button right here, you know that button that's on the screen? Come on, man. What's wrong with you, bro?
Shame. Shame.
Y'all got to
Shame.
smash that like button. Come on, man. Hey. Ho. Yep. TJ Bash. I'm gonna have to look at his tape, Jay. I heard he's good. I'm gonna watch him. Come on. And you. What we tell him? Don't let the street lights hit you. Come on. I follow. Come on.
Wherever you go, wherever you do. Are you not entertained?
This is Sparta!
7 years of a perfect love. 7 more and another one.
And another one. Shout out to you, Al. He says he didn't get the notification. Shame on them. They hating on the law. That's what it is. All at one. You gotta rewind for your mind.
Don't let the
Street lights hit you all alone. This is what you missed out on, though, man. I was talking about this right here, this tape right here.
Don't let the street lights hit you.
Playmaker. He made the play. You want to talk about a playmaker? That's a playmaker. He made the play.
Good old playmaker. Talking about a playmaker.
You have to.
We up out, man. One love. DC for life, not for short.
They're really tough and they're really rough.
I messed up on my mix right here. But we gonna pick it up like we never stopped, huh? Come on.
I just have to follow that.
Just gotta fold it back right quick.
Like this mother don't miss.
Until next time, DC for life, not for short.
Pray for rain, you gotta deal with the